So guys, I'm out on a good old hammock camp, and it's been fun. I stayed out last night. It was just to test this double hammock by Ticket to the Moon, and absolute fantastic to sleep in. If anyone's ever slept in a double hammock, then it's a massive difference to sleeping in any single. Just because the sheer room, I mean, you just disappear in here. It's great. You can get all different types of sleep positions, which is fantastic. And you get these different sleep positions, which is a little bit more challenging in a single. This is the double hammock. There's the camouflage that a lot of you guys wanted to see from my review video that I've done. That's the camo, and it is a nifty camo. I know a load of you went on the website and had to go at the old picking your hammocks. It's good fun, isn't it? There's that, and there's the brown that they do, and the brown looks really good. I've got to say the brown looks fantastic, and I really do like that camouflage. It don't look too ramblish. In fact, I'll probably, if I had my choice, I mean, I chose the two colours because that's what you guys wanted to see, but if I had my choice, I'd probably go for double in all camouflage. I reckon that just look awesome out in the woods, and it don't look too ramblish. It looks pretty cool. You know, you could just use it on the beach or wherever you are, and looks awesome. The material itself is probably the best material I've ever slept on. I've got to say that. You don't get any condensation. There's no dampness in the morning, and which is really important, but you don't get any condensation on it at all. There's nothing. In fact, it was a real damp night last night, and the hammock didn't get damp at all. It was brilliant. I've got one hammock at home that really does get damp. I've stopped sleeping in it. But yeah, brilliant. The material itself is quite a story behind this, because the guy Charlie is the founder of Ticket to the Moon, and started his little business venture off. He was a traveller, and I think he travelled all different areas and places, and they'd make hammocks out of stuff, which most travellers do. I've got a couple of friends that are travellers, and they tend to make their hammocks. Although I've got to say, a lot of them's buying a Ticket to the Moon hammock, or have got them already because of the countries that they're going. They can pick them off the shelves. And he was travelling around, and I think when he got to something like age 26, something like that, he decided that he'd probably better find himself a job. So after passing through a few different countries, he ended up in Bali in Indonesia, which is where he discovered this material, and he got a few hammocks made with it. Went out and tested it himself. Really liked it, liked what he was, liked the material. I think they went back, got some more made, and then started selling them at festivals, in gatherings, and all types of other stuff. I think him and a friend, so we're going around all these places selling these hammocks, and I think then they decided that they should put a name on it. And Ticket to the Moon is such an unusual name, isn't it? I mean, you've got to say, it's not the type of name you'd expect, but there is a thing that obviously a hammock is your ticket to the moon. You can just lay here, relax, chill out, look at the stars, look at the moon. And even for non-English speaking people, Ticket to the Moon means, you know, a good place, a place to sleep, and a place really where dreams are made. And yeah, Charlie went on to then form Ticket to the Moon. 1996 was originally created the parachute hammock. They were the original creators, and I don't think they've looked back since. represented in 25 countries, I think, now, and quite a real good story. I always like it when the average Joe blogs, the traveller or whatever, you know, really does well for himself. So I love hearing stories like that, and that's what draws me to him. And obviously Charlie founded, he's got a foundation set up for the Kodi tribe, and I'll tell you a bit more about that at bedtime. I've really got to go and get some firewood. I need some firewood for the firebox stove. I need to get the tarp set up. I'll do the under blanket and all that later on. There's no rush, I've got the whole day, so I may just sit back and enjoy the woods, and I think I'll have a little snooze first. But yeah, I'm going to do that, I think. Then we better go and get some firewood, get some tools on our belt, I suppose, and get out there. First things first, snooze. We're going to go out, try and find some wood, guys. And I think these are a great idea. Ticket to the moon backpacks. It just literally all unfolds and comes in that little tiny bag. You undo it, get it all out. There's your little day sack. Goes on your shoulder. Just gives you a bag to take with you when you're out foraging, and it don't take up no room in your main pack. So all your main gear can stay here. You've got your bag. I'm going to take a drink with me. And then we're going to go and find out. I'm going to go and try and find some wood. So, let's go. Well guys, that's my view from the hammock. Absolutely fantastic. Big old chestnut trees. and just literally laying here, made a brew. I'm just gonna chill out. Ooh, no boots in the hammock. I don't really. The great thing about these hammocks is they're washable, and it could be quite important because I forget to take my boots off. I just like jumping in here. Yeah, there's the view. That's what I'm looking up at. Just absolutely fantastic. It's nice to know I've got nothing planned for the day. If it needs doing, it can wait. Just gonna relax out in the woods. Well guys, it got really hot now, and I'm just laying out in the hammock. Well, I'm actually in here. You can see the room. I got loads of room. You do all different types of leg positions or whatever you fancy. They're really good. I must have about 2 foot of room behind me. Let's try and climb up the hammock a bit. Oh, we can't climb up the hammock. We're too tired. Here we can. Hold on. I've still got inches away from me so you can see how much room I've got. Loads of it. And yeah, this thing's massive. Really nice. I'm gonna have to think about getting some food on the go in a minute. Probably make a brew. I'll have a hot drink, I think. And just chill out here for a bit while this temperature's rocketed up. Lovely. Can't beat it. Well, it's been really getting warm, so I've got the old tarp set up now. It's really straightforward today. I've put the tarp up, and later on tonight I'll put the under blanket in and try and show you all that. But gonna get some food on the go. And I'll say the sun come right out and the flies were everywhere. And all I did was get a little bit of a DEET that I carry. It's a Tttm one. I'll put it on a cloth underneath my hammock. You can see that it just clears everything out. They don't like it. Works really well, especially for guys that don't like putting it on their skin. Just stick a bit on a cloth, put it near where you want to set up your camp, like I have. And there's not a fly in here, so must be doing something. Because outside, there's flies everywhere. I'll soon clear them away with a little bit of smoke in a minute, and when I get the firebox stove going, they'll all clear. They don't like that. Any flies, mozzies, mosquitoes, you get a bit of smoke, that's the end of them. They go off and annoy someone else. So yeah, set up, really happy. Been laying in the hammock most of the day, just chilling out. So like I say, tarps up, lighting stick up here ready for the night, all hung up, and yeah, looking good. So gonna crack on, get the fire stove going, or firebox stove going, and try and find something to eat. Although it's so hot, I don't really want anything, but got to try and get something down my neck, I think. So guys, it is getting quite late. I did promise you all a bedtime story, and in 2006, Charlie and a few friends set up a foundation, the Lestaric Mandoric Foundation, or the Lestara Mandoric Foundation. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I do apologise if it's wrong. But they actually, on the remote island of Zumba, the tribe, the Kodi tribe, it's in the western side, I think, and they were really struggling. They got quite cut off from the rest of Zumba, and Charlie and a group of friends decided that they were in a position to do something about it. So Charlie and his friends set up this foundation. Ticket to the Moon is the main player, and since 2006 to date, they've done some amazing work. The work that they've done is, the first thing they did was put in roads and establish links, so at least the tribe could start trading again. And these tribe people are very talented people. They probably make a lot of stuff. They're like the bushcrafters. They're like experts. They make stuff and produce stuff. So they could at least try, they can trade. They dug them water wells so they had fresh drinking water, and that was really important. They provided them with proper fishing nets to stop them from bomb fishing. So at least they're not destroying the seabed. So you've got that generation of fish keep going and going and going. So at least they're going to be alright now for food for a long time. They built them a big schoolhouse, and this was, I think, the main factor was the kids could start speaking the Indonesian language, to learn that Indonesian language, so at least the tribe has got a future, and that is really important. It's probably one of their biggest projects, I would have thought. And they've got some pictures of the schoolhouse that they built, and it's a traditional style house. It looks amazing. I'd really like to see some more pictures on that. I've seen the ones from outside. It would be great to have a look at some inside. I'm really into that type of thing. I enjoy it. Unfortunately, in these hot tropical countries and hot climate countries, malaria is a big problem. So to date, the tribe now gets screened for malaria, and they are given the 360 bug nets. And I gotta say, this weekend with this heat, I could have done with one actually. The mozzies over here has been a pain, so you can imagine what it's like for them guys over there. You just couldn't concept it. You'd be being bitten all over the shop. And the 360 mozzie net offers a lot of protection. I think that's why the Ticket to the Moon do that 360 mozzie net. It's a maximum protection net to have. At least when you get out your hammock, you're still in a nice sterile area where you're not being bitten to death. But yeah, a fantastic charity set up, and whilst all this is going on, they're also taught, don't forget your ancestral roots. They're really important not to lose that in a tribe. It's that ancestral and what you stand for, and be proud of who you are, and that's important. You must be proud of who you are. And just an amazing story, amazing work, and you can read all about it. They've got their own website. I'll try and find the link and put it in the description box below on the video for any of you guys and bushcrafters that are interested. I'm sure the bushcrafters will be more interested than anyone else. We love to hear about that type of good work, and especially when it comes to that tribal nature. It's really good that there are people in the world still doing a lot of good. And Charlie, from me and all the bushcraft community, and I'm sure I'm not speaking out of turn here, sir, but we salute you, and you do a fantastic job, you and your friends. Gene is my main contact at Ticket to the Moon, and he's the guy that I deal with, and he's just a fantastic bloke. He does a lot of other work behind the scenes, I think, going around places. He's a really approachable guy. In fact, all the people at Ticket to the Moon just seem fantastic people. And what I really like about them is they've got this awesome Facebook page, and when you get your Ticket to the Moon hammock, they encourage you to go on their Facebook site and actually post a picture of your hammock camping, and everyone's on there and they're all loving it. I think they all like it or whatever. I think it's great. You've got some there's some hammocks set up there, guys, that you will never ever believe could have been set up, and there is some amazing pictures. I mean, anyone who's into hammock camping, just go over there and have a look for the pictures, because you'll see some you think, yeah, that's pretty good, and there's no way I would do it, but that's pretty good. And then obviously you've got your hot chicks on there in their hammocks, which is my favourite. And yeah, it's brilliant. But all in all, fantastic story. And I'll say, these guys don't promote their hammock, but this tribal following, which is bizarre. I like promoting their hammocks because I think they're the best on the market. And I've slept in many hammocks. I've got to say, I shan't look back at any other than the hammock anymore. This will be the one. I've spent 2 nights out in it. This is my 2nd night, and I've got to say, it's just been fantastic. I've slept in it some of the day as well. I fell asleep during the day. You just can't help it when you're in there and you're just rocking around. It's great. But I often wonder when I'm laying here and when I'm out in the field like I am. I spend a huge lot of time out in the field, and whether that's hammock camping or trying out a new tent or something. The tents for me is going to become a thing of the past. I've really got my love back for hammock camping and the simplicity of it. But I just often wonder, I wonder how many more tribal members are out there in their hammocks at the moment. I mean, I'm in mine. I know the time scale's different, but I reckon there's got to be at least a few thousand of us guys and girls all out in our hammocks. Some people's probably on the tropical beaches. Yeah, I'm in an old English woodland. I'd prefer to be on a tropical beach. I bet a month would do me. That would be lovely, and be really interesting. It'd be nice to go and practice some bushcraft skills from a different part of the world. That may come soon. So guys, I'll hopefully get back to you in the morning. I'm gonna lay back and enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm not quite ready for bed yet, but I just quite like listening to the sounds of the woods. It's just amazing. And in the hammock you see a lot more because I can see out into the woods, and I've got loads of little rustling sounds behind me. I'm not quite sure what that is yet. So hopefully guys, I'll see you all in the morning. And that was just a little bedtime story for you. And like I say, I'll try and leave some links in the description box below, and if you want any more information on the work that they do, or you'd like to see anything else, a separate video on just that charity side of things, on the tribal stuff, I'm sure me and Jean will be able to come up with something, and I can do a video for you, and maybe able to get a slideshow of pictures or something like that for you. I'm not quite sure, but if anyone is interested in that, I'll leave the links, and I don't mind doing a slideshow video for you if you want to. It'd be quite interesting. I'd like to know more about their skills that they have, their bushcrafting skills, if you like. We call them bushcrafting skills, they call them probably life skills, and that's just fantastic. So guys, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'll hopefully see you all in the morning. So guys, you see me out on a hammock camp. 2 nights I've done. I've filmed just one of them. Using Ticket to the Moon double hammock. Absolutely amazing. Really good night's sleep last night. I've slept well all weekend actually. I've not been getting up to either the old dawn chorus or nothing like that. I sleep like a baby in one of these. So that's it guys, it's time to pack up our gear. That's always the hardest bit in it, it's the home time. I never want to go home once I'm out here. But it's time to pack up our gear and get home out of it. So guys, from me and all the tribe at Ticket to the Moon, see you on the next one.